let's do something fun today. Let's create a new project and we'll call this eye blink and append. And I'm just gonna stick this in my OpenToonz tutorials. Hit OK. And new scene, and we'll call this cartoony blink. Create scene. It's going to be 24 frames a second, and we're going to create a new Toonz raster level, and we'll call this rough anim, and hit OK. And now let's come over here and grab our global palette. I call mine Tony's brushes. So let's kind of scroll down, drag this up into here, and we're going to grab this black pencil brush that I like to use. And this is a character I designed a few years ago called Black Eye Pete, and he's got that's just kind of simple, like tube-shaped head and body, and his nose kind of comes down like this, and he's just going to kind of stand like this, and we're going to have one eye looking at the camera and the other one looking at the camera, but it's going to be like puffy, okay, and kind of puffy and swollen. Okay, we're going to go ahead and just kind of shade it in like this. And let's give him a slight top lid and a slight bottom lid. Okay, and then he has these kind of squiggly eyebrows, and his ear is real easy. His ear just kind of comes in like this. He kind of has those fighter ears, you know, the kind of boxer ears, and maybe we don't see that other one. And he's bald, but he's got like a little bit of stubble, and we'll just bring his shoulders down like this, and his chin, it's kind of like this, and it's got like 4 hairs on it. Okay. Okay, so now let's get a blink in here. Let's clean this up just a little bit. Okay, so now that we have this, let's go ahead and create, let's do the eyes on a separate column, okay? And so let's create another Toonz raster level, and we'll call this eyes, and drag our brushes up. Okay, so we could either copy and paste those. I'm just going to redraw them. I'm going to bump the opacity down and lock that layer, and come in here, and do I want the eyebrows? Yeah, I think I want the eyebrows to move as he blinks. Okay, so that nose, the eye is going to be behind that nose. Okay, and so we're going to do some squash and stretch in here. Let me kind of redraw that. I just want to make that top of the lid a little darker and thicker. I just think it'd be kind of cool. Okay, let's zoom in a little. So I really love like those SpongeBob eyes when they're closed, like that, you know. And so what we're going to do is we're going to blink. I'm not sure how long it's going to take yet. I just want to get my drawings in here. And I think when they open, I want to overshoot and have them kind of offset. Okay, this is our first key drawing. So let's come down here. Let's extend this down. I'm not sure how long this animation is going to be, but I'm going to extend the first rough down, and let's go ahead and erase the eyes on it. That was just kind of a guide. We'll just fill in the head like this. Okay. There we go. And let's go back to eyes, and let's extend this first drawing down to frame 2. And make sure we're on frame 2. And I'm just going to get our second drawing in here. So this is squished. And even the black eye, it's going to get squished down too. But it's going to be puffier. Because, you know, he's been punched in it a lot. Okay. So he's a fighter, not a lover. So let's squash this eye down. Let's try to get it. Try to get it to feel like it's squashing down, okay? Okay, and this one, it's gonna squash down, but it's still kind of puffy, you know? I don't want this to carry over that puffy look. So maybe these are a little bit puffier, okay? Okay. All right, that feels good. Okay, so now we're going to create an in-between. So let's create some space in between these two drawings. I'm going to insert, I'm just going to hold frame 1 and make sure I click that frame. And I'm going to turn on onion skinning so we can see the drawing before and after. And I'm just going to start drawing into this top lid, and maybe you'll start to see that. Yeah, you'll start to see that lid starting to form. Okay. And then maybe this lid down here starting to form that little lip on the eyelid, and starting to close. And so this eye, the puffy eye, let's get it to start to come down a little sooner. See how that feels. So if this is the puffy eye, this. Okay, maybe you see that a little bit of puff back there. Okay, and then they're going to close. So let's hold that drawing for 2 frames, and then when they start to open, so let's go to frame 5, and let's turn on onion skinning on frame 1, just so we see where we're going back to. And you know, we could well, let's hold this down to frame 5 and double click and hit 1, because we're going to go back to frame 1 no matter what. Okay, so let's add another frame. Okay, so now we're at 1, 2, I'm going to turn off onion skinning. 1, 2, 3, that's all the way closed. Let's really kind of squash this out like this. 1, 2, 3, and then 4 is going to start to come back open. No, let's 5. Click. I want them to start to come back open at 5. And I want the puffy one to lag. So I'm going to favor the closed eye over there. So this one start to come open like this. And this one maybe, you know, it's so puffy. Maybe it's having a hard time opening, you know, just because it's like, you know, it's seen some things. Okay. Okay, and so now let's insert a frame after 5. So on 6, let's start drawing, and we're just going to overshoot. So we're going to come up here. Let's overshoot this eye and see what that feels like. That might be kind of fun. Maybe stretch out the pupil a little. And we'll get the eyebrows in here in a second. And maybe this eye, maybe the black eye, maybe it's still coming up. Like maybe it doesn't overshoot. Maybe the pupil was down here and now it's starting to come up. Okay. Okay, and let's get the eyebrows in. So here's the first eyebrow. Maybe the eyebrows start to come down with the blink. And it's gonna hold and then start to come back up. And the eyebrows, maybe they don't overshoot. They just come back to normal. Okay, and let's hold this last frame out to 11 and boink. So let's hit play. Okay. So let's extend all this out. Just kind of give us some breathing room. Okay, so I'm gonna fix this right here. Oh, that's his lid. Okay, let's kind of shade this in. We'll go through and shade this in on all of them. That's his black eye. Okay, let's hit play. Boop. And we can change the opacity back on this one. And I'll see what it looks like. Yeah, fun. Okay, cool. That's our cartoony blink. Happy animating. And until next time, I'll see you later.